A year after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the nation and the world remembers the president.
The very Cape Cod beaches he loved reflect the first melancholy day of remembrance. His summer home is a monument to this young man whose gaiety is today recalled with sadness in every corner of the nation, in every country in the world. Interfaith services are held at University Methodist Church in Austin, Texas, attended by President Johnson, who had proclaimed, "On this day let the word go forth to friend and foe alike, that his vision still guides the nation which was the source and object of his greatness." He was of the Catholic faith. In majestic St. Patrick's and in small parish churches, the Mass is celebrated for him. In churches of other faiths, in thousands of them, there were prayers that in this time of self-assessment and reappraisal for the American people, some reason might be found that makes such a sad anniversary necessary. There were memorials, formal and informal. In millions of homes there came moments to recall that day when the beat of the muffled drums cast wave after wave of sadness across the world. Rarely have there been such spontaneous gatherings to honor a man. On the tragic anniversary, there are new outpourings of esteem and affection. In Paris, there are tributes to a leader who had unforgettable impact on world history. In West Germany, where he had received an unprecedented ovation on his triumphal tour, flowers are placed by the people who looked upon their honorary citizen as their greatest friend. That assassin's bullet thrust into memory such poignant scenes as this. Vignettes full of life and love, unclouded by some unkind fate that lay in the so near future. Then, just a year ago, his family stood on the steps of the cathedral in Washington as little John, with gentle prompting from his mother, gives a soldier's farewell to his father. A promised era of new and vigorous leadership ended at the Cemetery of Heroes, where the martyred man was buried on a hillside overlooking the Potomac River. In a year, more than 7 million visited the gravesite that will now be marked with a monument simple in design, but majestic in its simplicity. The tomb will have the eternal flame as its center symbol. Beside the main slate marker will be 2 smaller stones over the graves of his 2 infant children. On this day of remembrance, more than 40,000 people braved the bitter cold to file past the gravesite. Diplomats, students, the aged, the children. There are elaborate floral tributes, there are simple nosegays, but overall there is love and affection, the knowledge that they had been privileged to know greatness. His brother represents the family in placing a single carnation. His widow spent the day in seclusion. May the eternal flame help guide the nation to the bright future he envisioned.